So, before we get started on this segment, when you came up with a topic for Steph's legacy, was it because of what people were saying about Steph's legacy?
Yes, because niggas have been getting very, very greasy about Steph Curry. Out of nowhere. Like,
I'm ready to talk about it then.
Like, okay, I mean, all the morning shows, man, it's been this constant conversation about Steph and LeBron and Steph's legacy and whether or not he's a top 10 player and never winning the finals MVP. And it's just kind of been crazy to watch how they pick and choose when they want to anoint someone, you know? Like, because I can also remember times where they were talking up Steph Curry as if he was the best person to ever shoot a basketball.
Yeah.
You know, when he was in the middle of winning his unanimous MVPs or the 400 three-pointer seasons and stuff like that. It was just like, well, this guy's invincible. And now he's a little bit older. The team is not as super powered as it has been in past years. Still very deep, but depth is more of their strength as opposed to star power nowadays. And it's like he's in a tough matchup with, you know, Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and the Celtics. And all of a sudden, not only is he not the best player on the court to them, right? He's now, if he loses this finals, it only goes on to lament the fact that he's not a top 10 player.
Let's talk about it. So this is obviously, first of all, a result of ESPN and other platforms trying to chase headlines.
Because Nick Wright is a walking hot take. Well, he's walking clickbait.
If it's not involving LeBron, he's
even with LeBron. Yeah, I was about to say LeBron is the only one he shows constant and forever undying loyalty to. Everybody else sucks.
Yeah. But this is obviously both platforms or multiple platforms just trying to capitalize on a clickbaity headline. Mm-hmm. Because if you've watched the finals, Steph has probably been one of the, if not the best performer, one of the best performers in this final series, especially for the Warriors.
The best performer.
Clay, since the Mavericks series, has been underwhelming, and Draymond has been nowhere.
Clay's responsibilities, especially in this round, have been more defensive than offensive. Now, I will say, as he goes, they go. Because even though Steph is able to go off, it's Clay or bust. If they don't get anything from Clay, they lose.
Yeah.
Draymond, to me, it's also interesting to kind of hear people talk about him because his thing has never really been hitting shots or scoring buckets. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's always been defense, assisting, rebounds, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. The thing now with them is that they don't need him to handle the ball as much because instead of having on the floor Andre Iguodala and Harrison Barnes and you know Zaza Pachulia and a whole bunch of guys that can't handle the rock, you got guards on guards on guards on guards on guards. You got Jordan Poole. You got Steph and Clay, obviously. You got Gary Payton Jr. You got, you know, Andrew Wiggins is going to take his time and dominate the basketball a little bit.
He's been doing pretty well.
Otto Porter is a catch and shoot. You know, you got your offense as opposed to what it was when you were dealing with Sean Livingston or, you know, Leandro Barbosa or whatever, whoever the surrounding cast was when he was that guy. Like, he really, the offense used to run through Draymond. It doesn't anymore. So now he's just a stretch forward that can't shoot, which looks very ugly at sometimes. Yet I never hear anyone saying that PJ Tucker is ineffective.
Yeah. How is Draymond supposed to compete with a guy like Jayson Tatum anyway?
Well, it's not even that. It's how he competes is not through scoring buckets. It's not going to show up on the stat sheet.
Right.
Right. And people boil that down to antics. They boil that down to, you know, him falling on the floor and stuff. And that's not what it is. It's having a guy that you know that you can't backdoor. It's having a guy that you know is going to press up on screens and show. Al Horford. Right? Like it's having a guy who does the little things that you don't even know about. So you just sit up here and criticize the fact that he's 1 for 8. Well, that's not his game.
Sure. But even defensively, it seems like Draymond's been in foul trouble quite a bit because he just can't.
He has been in foul trouble. Yeah, that is the one. Now that is something that's been working counter to him and has stopped him from being effective because he hasn't been able to be on the floor for long periods at a time.
Yeah.
So he does have to watch that. I think they get a little ticky-tacky in the first halves of some of these games, and it hasn't been doing Draymond any favors at all.
I agree. But as it pertains to Steph's legacy, I would say if Steph can walk away from this and win, this actually does wonders for his legacy.
This is ring 4. It would only be one finals MVP, but this will be ring 4 in 6 tries.
Yes.
Yo.
And he doesn't have a Kevin Durant again.
That's Kobe. That's Kobe, yo. That's 4 overall. 2 of them without the other star that's better than him, right? And Kevin Durant, because he won in 15 and then he would win again here in 22. Mm-hmm. Only 1 finals MVP. That's pretty much Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant had 5 with 2, but the percentage is the same. It was 5 and 7 tries with 2 finals MVPs. Steph Curry will be 4 and 6 tries with 1 finals MVP.
Plus, he's the greatest shooter ever.
How is he not a top 10 player overall off of that alone? Like think about it. The most crucial part of the game. Well, I guess dribbling is more crucial than shooting.
Can be.
You can't get into position to shoot if you can't dribble.
Facts.
But I don't know. That's actually an interesting discussion to have. What's more important, dribbling or shooting? Yeah. Literally, you have to score to win, but you can't score without. I don't know. But I think any layman would be able to tell you that shooting's pretty important. You wouldn't say that the best home run hitter of all time wasn't a top 10 baseball player.
Facts.
The number 1 scorer of touchdowns in NFL history, you would never say, whoever that is, whether it's Brett Favre or Emmitt Smith, I don't know who it is. Barry Sanders, maybe.
Plus, in the way that he became the greatest shooter, it's revolutionized the game. But yeah, no, I feel like this is just a result of ESPN and Fox Sports chasing headlines, and it's just disappointing because there's a bigger headline in this whole Dell and Sonia Curry swinging. Apparently,
is that what it is, or did he leave her?
Well, no. So okay, Sonia apparently was dating some white guy, right?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we talked about it on there. I showed you the white guy.
Okay.
So Dell has, I think, at
got him
one
a
of the
white
last.
woman.
Well, no, at one of the last games, I don't know if it was 3 or 4, has shown up with a white woman.
It was game 4. I remember Tia said something about it.
That white woman is the white guy's ex-wife.
They're childish. It's childish as fuck.
Such a better headline to talk about than
I'll show you. You gonna fuck my wife? I'm gonna fuck yours.
I would much rather talk about them being swingers than whether or not Steph's legacy is on the line, which is completely bogus.
Or just trying to dwarf him in comparison because he hasn't had a finals MVP. It's really weird, though, to watch people who rant and raved for years that LeBron's legacy was not beholden to winning a championship only because he didn't win one. And now that he has them under his belt, we can hold another player's legacy hostage over a finals MVP. Not the rings he's won, not the league MVPs that he's already gotten. The fact that he was never named or dubbed the best player in the series by a voting block of assholes, of writers.
Yeah.
With shit opinions and terrible takes like Steph is not a top 10 player. Those are the same folks who vote on finals MVP.
Like Bill Simmons.
Lord have mercy.
Well, any other thoughts on Steph's legacy?
Top 10 player, best shooter of all time. I'd say because he's probably on his way to his 5th. He's probably going to get 5, y'all. And then if that happens and LeBron hasn't gotten to 5, what are y'all going to say then? What are you going to say then? That's just... Ugh.
That is a good question.
Only one less league MVP because LeBron, he got 3. Right?
Yeah.
And then he'll have one more ring and 2 finals MVPs. So that's just as many as LeBron. Or no, he won 4. He's been finals MVP in all 4.
Mm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're right.
So I don't know, man. If LeBron is the best, then what is Steph 3? I don't know. We'll see. What do you think? Where do you rank Steph all time? Top 10, top 5, top 3? How is his career compared to that of LeBron's? Let us know that as well. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let us know in the comments.
And make sure you check out our playlist on Sports Clips. We've been talking about the NBA quite extensively during our run. Make sure you subscribe for more. We like to talk about sports quite a bit.